This morning, Crush Christy needs advice. She asks, is it wrong that I had a crush? I took a seasonal job in November to help with Christmas expenses for my family, and I developed a crush on a coworker. My husband has no idea that we texted a lot while working together through December, and we still sometimes text even though we are no longer working together. We were never physical, but definitely developed a friendship and had feelings during the time that we worked together. I never acted on anything. Does that make it okay?
No, it doesn't. It sounds like an emotional affair, and you need to clue your husband in. That's step one, because I've been in relationships where if you have the open communication like that, a little bit of flirting, a little bit of crush is not crossing the line. You're allowed to do that, but it's because there was some open communication in those relationships. If you're hiding it, I mean, you've emotionally cheated. Like, you need to tell your husband ASAP.
Okay. See, it doesn't really feel like she did anything wrong. Like, you could have a crush on somebody, and if you don't act on it, then nothing happens. It would be one thing, like, if you had a situation going on in your life and it's like, I don't want to talk to my husband about this. I want to talk to Phil. I need Phil's opinion. That to me feels a little cheat-y, if you will. But this just is being like, I kind of like this guy. Like, that's not that big of a deal.
You don't feel like she's one step away from being like, I'd rather tell Phil about this instead of my husband. Let me get Phil's thoughts.
You're always one mistake away from being from having an affair or cheating on your partner if you're in a relationship. That's not the only way that cheating happens. Like, starting a friendship and then getting some feelings, and then I'm one mistake away. If you go out to the bar, you're one mistake away from cheating on somebody.
But this is a lot riskier. You've got all the variables lined up and ready to go. Just because you go to a bar, that's one variable.
I think if she didn't cheat on her husband yet, she's not going to. They're not working together anymore.
But they're still texting. That makes it even more like, then they might meet up. Then what happens at the meetup? There might be a kiss. The kiss could lead to more. Like, it feels like such a slippery slope.
That would be cheating. She would be cheating then. 601-995-1017 is our phone number. Already text messages coming in from Katie and Izzy. We'll get to those in a sec, plus your calls for Crush Christy. Hannah texted us and said, I actually had a situation very similar to this happen to me about 4 or 5 years ago. I want to say that there's nothing wrong with it, but at the same time, it's a very fine line she's walking. She should definitely be careful and cut it off if she thinks anything could possibly happen.
So we don't have to cut it off until we feel like something could happen.
Is imminent about to happen.
Interesting. Izzy and Katie on the exact same page, both kind of saying, how would you feel if he did that to you? Like, would you think it was cheating?
I'm wondering because it sounds like she would be totally comfortable with her husband reading all their texts. It doesn't sound like anything got inappropriate.
I don't. And she's definitely being secretive enough about it, though. There's some shame in there somewhere.
Erin, your thoughts. Go ahead. Thanks for calling.
Okay. I think Christy is possibly entering the realm of an emotional affair.
See, I think emotional affairs are made up, but tell me what you think.
As someone who has been in the position, I disagree with that.
Were you the emotional affairee, or did somebody emotional affair on you?
Yeah, on me.
Oh.
But that's not what the issue is, so I'm not going to focus on myself. My advice, I agree with both of you. It's going to be something in the middle. I do not think that she has gone far enough to where her husband should be told.
Oh.
I think that would possibly cause more harm. I think that she needs to wisen up and stop what she's doing.
Okay, so just cut this guy off, end the friendship.
But don't tell the husband.
I don't think she should tell the husband.
Okay.
And, if she has to work with him, he's a coworker.
Erin, thank you so much for the call. Now, the thing is, it was a seasonal job, so I don't think they're working together anymore.
But I think then that means it's that easy to cut things off. Like, you had your little crush, you enjoyed some eye candy with your seasonal job, but trying to maintain that friendship now, it's not worth it.
I don't know. Even though she's married, Adam says, tell Christy to call me.
Yeah, and I asked, are you wanting to be the new crush, or you wanted to tell Christy what's up? Like, hey, you're not being very good to your man. He said, I'll let y'all debate that.
I think I know. I think I have a feeling.
What are you thinking? He wants to be the new crush?
No, I'm sure he just wants to have a conversation with her about how she needs to cut that guy off, not become the new guy himself. I'm sure it wasn't that. One more call real quick before we get into Adam and Allison's What Matters to the Metro. Noelle, what you think?
She got to cut him off, like, respectfully. I don't think she needs to tell the husband or anything, but I just think that she just needs to cut it off, because it could get to a point where, you know, now she's like trying to seek him out instead of her husband, and that's going to be a whole type of little mess right there. So I just think she just needs to cut him off, because it can just get progressed to something worse.
I guess my only argument to that would be, can she not have any friendships with any man?
Like, she can have friendships with a man, but if you're friends with a man that you're like, that you have a crush on,
Yes.
or like openly flirting with, that's kind of like coming into question your loyalty to the person that you marry.
Thank you so much for your opinion, Noelle.
Adam and Allison in the morning.